Hey everybody, I hope you are doing well. I am Afefe with Touch by Tarot and Beyond. And if you're new to my channel, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. I hope you like what you see and hit that like and subscribe button. My members, I thank you so much. You already know how I feel about you. Appreciate you to the fullest. To subscribers in general, thank you so much. I'm always happy to have you here. Glad when you comment and make this feel more like a community, which is really what I always wanted, and envisioned for my channel, is that it is a spiritual community. It is a political community. It is a multifaceted community and multicultural community as well. So that's the space, that the container and the space that I try to create for this channel. Today I'm going to do every new moon and full moon. I check in with you all for usually a pick a card reading, but today, because I'm doing it astrologically, you don't have to pick the decks. You can do multiple decks. So I've got all four elements, all four signs: air signs, earth signs, fire signs, and water signs. Be doing 4 pick a pile stacks with that. And when I say pick a pile, in that case, I mean, of course, look at your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, all 3 if you're led. But understand what those mean for you and how you can get a fuller impact from the reading by looking at more than one stack. All right. New moon in Virgo. I'm taping this on Sunday the 1st. New moon hits on the 2nd. You all, this is one of the reasons this is a really powerful new moon. We think about new moons as opportunities to direct our energy forward, what we want new, what we're striving for, what we, new seeds that we're planting, a new way of being, having a new attitude, right? In Virgo, this is such a powerful sign, number one, and also the timing, because this is leading us into a series of eclipse season, right? Eclipses. And that's when things, we can start seeing those shifts both within our own lives and the world around us during eclipses, right? So I think this new moon in Virgo is really setting us up beautifully, because Virgo handles its business, right? Virgo is earth sign. It is very detail oriented. It's very analytical, and it is very much concerned around issues of health, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, the well-being and health of those we love, our society, etc. Virgo is an amazing sign around developing the habits, the day-to-day routines, the habits, the rituals, the prayers, the things that we do on a daily basis that become a part of the fabric of our lives. That's that Virgo energy. It's really consistency. It's the desire to improve, to get better. And so to that end, when I did these stacks, and again, if you're new to me, when I do these readings, I pull from multiple stacks. I think I've got 13 decks in front of me now, combinations from 13 different decks. I will post those decks. I may not have links to all of them, but a lot of you ask about that. I recognize that. So I will include that information. And also, housekeeping issue before I forget and start. I am doing a tarot class, 90-minute live Zoom class on Saturday, September 28th at 2 p.m. Eastern. I will put the link to that. It's only $33, you all. Really good value for the dollar. We're going to have a good time. I am not trying to teach you tarot start to finish in 90 minutes like that, don't have to do that. But I do want to help you from my perspective, having done this like 30 something years now. Tips of how I've learned to do better in my readings, to interpret better, to relax a lot more, to be able to relate to the readings. I have recommended, it's not required at all. I'm not trying to push it on anybody, but I do have a book that's available on Amazon. I'll put a link to that below as well. Make It Personal, a real life guide to tarot. But that kind of gives you an idea of my approach to using and reading tarot, you all. It's not just about the more academic aspect of it and making sure you get the meanings right and all of that. Yes, paying respect to the system, but also learning how to adapt the system in ways that make it more useful to you and you feel more connected to your reading. So enough said. I'd love to have you. Classes almost it's a little over halfway sold out, so please jump on if you're interested, and again, that information will be below. All right, you all, so let's go in. I'm going to bring the camera down to the table. If you are a little motion sensitive right now, I'd say look away for a second or two. All right, here we go. Let's come down and see what's happening. All right. You see, I got my little stacks. I'm going to put this up a little bit higher. There we go. Perfect. All right. Oop. Okay. So we have earth, air, water, and fire signs. All right. And if you're new, I promise you, my word is my bond. I do not see these cards before I interpret them for you. I cleanse the decks. I bring them down. I do my prayers on the topic. This topic, by the way, is because we're in Virgo, is the new and improved you. What Spirit is going to tell you today, the guides are going to come through around the new and improved you, whether that's something that's already in motion, you see evidence of it, or whether that perhaps is something that's starting to emerge and you can prepare yourself for. But this reading is about the new and improved you, thinking about the ways that Virgo energy helps us be consistent, helps us be committed to our health, mind, body, and spirit, right? All right, so I'm going to put the other stacks over. And let's go ahead and get in, you all. Let's go. Let's put these over. We're going to start with Earth since we are in Virgo season. So this Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And let's see what came. You have the Goddess of Earth right out the deck. And again, I don't see these until I show them to you. So Goddess of Earth. This in this deck, it's the goddess. You can think about it as the queen, right? This is an energy of you feeling already earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, in your flow. This is, the new and improved version may be that version of you that is growing more comfortable with your ability to be okay in your physical realm, in your health, in your money, in your home, in your relationships, the tangible things in your life. It comes with the Six of Wands. They call it Six of Fire in this deck. There's some growth. Talk about new and improved you. There's growth in that Six of Fire. Growth in your ability to be comfortable with what you are producing. Notice how she's able to take all of this beautiful growth in her hands and then spread it out into the world. It goes from her lap into the world. It feeds the world. We have, wow, the Queen of Wands. Many of you notice coming on the heels of that Six of Wands or Six of Fire. Many of you are, gender aside, that's not what Spirit is talking about here. Many of you are undergoing a growth in your ability, your expansion around your money, around your health, around what you are doing on a day-to-day basis in an effort to grow and protect that area of your life and to be victorious, to be courageous in that Queen of Wands energy with taking care of what you have. Notice Six of Pentacles comes. This is such a beautiful balance of energy, you all, because again, the goddess is that goddess aspect of the energy coming towards you. Six of Pentacles, this is all about you being able to give because you've got it coming in. Six of Pentacles is a beautiful, like a divine reciprocity card. It's give and take. It's opportunities. And so you are earth sign, sun, moon, rising, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You are really, talk about new and improved. There's some energy around you all that is learning how to be more in charge and comfortable with your ability to give generously, but also understand what you deserve to receive. Because the Queen of Wands is also a card of confidence building. And woo, bring it, Spirit. You have the Emperor. Wow. So this is being in charge, being comfortably in charge. We were just saying that before I looked down. Being comfortably in charge with your command of what you use in your resources. Your mental, taking charge of your mental health. How much, if you feel yourself getting burned out, tired, overwhelmed, anxious around, a lot of things that we're all undergoing right now, there's this part of you that says, I deserve to receive. And being able to have a clear vision and taking charge of your life and the things that you care about and that matter the most to you. You have the Sea Priestess, feeling balanced and compassion. Look at this theme that's developing, you all, in the realm of the divine feminine that comes with the cooperation of the divine masculine. Because the emperor is Aries, think Mars, but a visionary. And by that sea priestess brings me, in fact, I'm going to bring her over here because see, remember those waters that were going out? You know, as you become more comfortable, the new and improved you becoming more comfortable with your resources, managing your time, managing your emotions, managing your energy, how much you're willing to let out in return for what you know you deserve to get back. You have angels, and this is from a past life deck, you all. There is the new and improved you recognizes that you are not alone in your efforts, and that is a part of what is allowing you to grow and be in the energy of this new and improved you, because these angels around you are feeding you. You're seeing the evidence of the things that you've prayed for, the things that you've worked so hard. Remember, we're an earth element. It can move slow. It takes effort. You got to stick with it. That's what Virgo does. You have as an energy that will help you. It's called a Koh-Noon diamond. I'm not familiar with it. Let me hold it up for you in case anybody wants to do a screen grab. It's some sort of diamond, but I feel like even if you don't have that or not familiar with it, any sort of quartz crystal energy that can carry. And it says, anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. I love this because that for me feels like an affirming message from your angelic realm, your spirit guides, this earth energy, earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're saying it's okay. You have learned from your mistakes, and there's an aspect of you that is willing to work with others. You understand from a space of compassion when others, that compassion that we saw in that sea priestess. You understand that as humans, people make mistakes. Maybe they overspend. Maybe they don't take care of their health. Maybe this applies to you, right? Maybe there's issues around relationships that are still being worked on. People make mistakes. That's part of the human journey. But this angelic presence is giving you sort of an elevated, new and improved you is this sort of elevated approach to it. The eagle spirit has your back. Look at that. We're going to put that next to your angelic realm. This earth signs, sun, moon, and rising, your spirit court is saying, we are here for you. The new and improved you, this part of you that is becoming comfortable with your decisions, comfortable with your own talent and being able to manifest. Queen of Wands, being able to manifest, being able to go for what you want, knowing that if you apply yourself, that Six of Wands, you will come out on top, following your own vision, that Emperor, having a vision, following it, having confidence in it, and being more forgiving of mistakes, being more compassionate both with yourself, if you the mistakes you have made in the past, as well as those around you. Wow. That's the new and improved you, because the old you might have been like, you know what? You messed up. I'm done with you. Right? You know, I don't have anything for you right now. But there's this maturity, this emotional, spiritual, and physical maturity that's happening around you all. And you're able to go at it in a different way. That's the new and improved you. The flow with the rhythm. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. Go with the flow. Go with the flow, right? Go with the flow. There's a rhythm that you are developing in your approach. A rhythm has to do with repetition, has to do with movement. That is very much in a Virgo energy. It is about our daily routines. It is about those things that we learn to do regularly. Our dietary habits, our prayers, our rituals, our relationships, feeding them, taking care of them, nurturing them, deciding for ourselves, having the vision. Talk about vision. You've got the Emperor and an eagle who can see and spot from hundreds of miles away. You've got all of this spiritual energy that's coming to assist you to develop this new and improved rhythm that you're going to have with your day-to-day life. All right? You have, what is this here? Vulnerability. I love that. And that's not an easy energy when we're in the sign of Virgo. Vulnerability is not always easy for Virgos because it requires sort of a loosening up and relaxing of your own standards. We know that Virgo energy can sometimes be hypercritical, sometimes over the self more than anybody else, can be extremely supportive of others and extremely critical of the self. So there's a vulnerability there that I think because of this angelic presence and the eagle spirit, it's like it's okay. In fact, I want to put that over here with this energy. It's okay to feel vulnerable. Move that down. Make sure you can see everything. It's okay to have that opening up and being vulnerable to the possibilities, to not feel like you have to be in control of everything because your angelic court, your spirit court, your guides have your back. You have a duality here, many meanings and a misunderstanding. There's that. This makes me feel, brings me back to that mistake card. The new and improved you, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. The new and improved you is recognizing that everything is not black or white, and that there is a middle ground, that there is cause for a deeper understanding and that compassion, the give and take that comes into play with the Six of Pentacles. You're learning that you're navigating the way that you truly feel about whatever's happening in your life and the goals that you're setting to be new and improved, the daily routines, how you go about it, and maybe how somebody else goes about it. And you're learning to flow with the rhythm of that give and take and accept mistakes, both your own and others. There is that duality and that balance that's coming into play. And you have here a first breath beginner's mind, new and improved. New and improved, because this part of you is recognizing that you have the ability to take charge over your emotions, over your diet, over your habits, over your routines, over your spending habits. I just heard for some of you, over your saving and budget habits, no matter how much or how little, or whether that's a challenging aspect. But there is something where you are learning give and take. If you have been operating in a spirit of fear in concerning your love life and concerning, that's that vulnerability as well. For some of you, if you have been holding back or a little reticent about really letting go to allow yourself to have a loving relationship, then that is a part of what's happening in this Virgo energy in a very practical way. You are learning how to allow more of that in your life. And finally, a gift that will help you, Spirit is saying, psychic surgery. You're being called to explore psychic surgery to help remove energy blockages that can manifest into a disease or disorder in one's body. That is such a powerful Virgo medicine, because we know Virgos are very deeply into health matters and healing matters of the physical body and otherwise. So this psychic surgery could be part of the process, and why your angelic court came up so strongly is, for some of you, there is this, you have a gift for that. This is something you have undergone, because psychic surgery is, how do you fix, how do you use, how do you read energy psychically in order to improve a condition, fix a condition, help a condition. And that new and improved you is learning how to do just that. What a beautiful, powerful message, especially relating to Virgo. All right. So psychic surgery, how do you are the doctor with that emperor energy and all those queens. You are that person. You are becoming that person. The new and improved you is learning how to do that with confidence. All right. All right, you all. Let's move on now to air signs. Air signs in this Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you in this, let me take a sip of water. New Moon in Virgo. New and improved you. We have a craftsman of air or swords. What are you creating? New and improved you. projects you're working on. Look at that. Utilizing the energy around to create something and manifest something in the earth. Got all sorts of energy there assisting. And the three of fire, or three of wands. All right, so air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I can already see you are at work on something. Look at it, doubling down for you. It's the Six of Swords, moving ahead, moving towards something, creating and manifesting, and really being focused on your communications. King of Swords. Woo, you all are bringing it. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited for you. Because the new and improved you, this is, it feels like for a lot of you, remember some of these readings are still general, so it may not be all of you, but for some of you, for sure, this is in the area of something that you are working on. King of Swords, I often get that card when it comes to employment related matters, even if you're an entrepreneur, even if you're retired and you're thinking of something else that you may want to do, to create opportunities, to write, to do a blog, to get more involved on social media, to have your voices heard. And that Six of Swords is figuring out how to do it, how to move forward on it. That Three of Wands or Three of Fire could be the help that you're seeking, the workshops that you're taking, the books that you're reading, the classes you're thinking about, the conversations that you're having with people about your dreams, your visions, and how you want to manifest going forward. You have a light spirit, intuition, guidance, and vision. You are definitely the new and improved you, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You are you're in this transitory stage of bringing something to bear, and your intuition, your guidance, and your vision is helping you develop what it is. I think also because you're talking it out, you're writing it out, you're praying it out, you're speaking it into existence, and you've got the goal of what it is. In the past life deck, I've got the Mother here. There is the new and improved you, I think, is finding your voice in a way that is nurturing, that is healing, to the extent that some of you may have a mother wound. There could be some of this work that you're thinking about or developing could be in relation to that. How to be a better mother, how to do self-care, how to mother yourself. And this is not gender specific. This is about the feminine energy of care and nurturing and sustenance and creativity. That is very much a part of what you are dealing with at this time. And the new and improved you it's like you're moving towards that part of yourself that's comfortable with declaring and being more public. Some of you have a lot to say and a lot to share with the world around you, but you have been taught to sit back. You've been taught to be maybe too polite, too accepting, sort of sitting back, and you're finding the new and improved you is finding your voice and expressing your vision. The Nightingale spirit comes for you and says love is all around. And think about that mother that you just got. You all are finding your voice around love of self, love of family, learning how to take care of yourselves, learning the lessons that needed, the soul and karmic lessons is what I'm hearing, around how to do better. And remember, that's what Virgo energy is always about: improvement, how to do better, how to stick to things, how to take better care of yourselves, mentally, physically, emotionally. There is that confirmation, that message that you are learning. The new and improved you is learning that love is all around. You don't necessarily have to go in search of it. You need to declare it and bring it to bear. Emotions are the reflection. Looking for a deeper meaning comes for you. Look at that. Another message for you all, air signs, around emotions. The emotions, the emotional component of the mother's energy. The emotional component of love is all around. And then how do you bring that into bring that to bear in a practical way? How do you move forward with it to spread that message of hope, of self-care, how to allow yourself to be new and improved in the sense that you finally get it. You have your own aha moment around being loved, around handling your emotions, right? That emotions are a reflection of something deeper. And so if you see love as all around and that mothering energy with that light spirit, right? Using that intuition and guidance, it lifts the energy, it lightens the energy in a way that is piercing, that is decisive. With that Six of Swords and King of Swords, it's almost as if for you, air signs, during this time, capitalizing off of this new moon in Virgo, when you speak, others will listen. I promise you. Others will listen. We have doggone if we don't have renewal. If that isn't in alignment with so much of the energy that's coming down in your reading, because for you, it's not just you undergoing this renewal. It's something in you that is desiring to use your air, the craftsman of air, the knight of air. It is spreading a message. I don't know if some of you are public speakers, if you have a voice, decisive, you're a decision maker in your work, in your home, in your relationships. You might be that person that people look to for advice, but you are finding your voice and you are spreading a message of renewal, of hope, of sustenance for people. You have setting boundaries, threshold and protection and honor. You've worked for this. And there's a comfort. The new and improved you is learning how to be tender, or has learned how to be tender, how to be accepting, and how to take better care of the people that matter to you, and thereby, of course, taking better care of yourself by setting healthy boundaries. It doesn't always have to be a yes. If you tended to be a people pleaser, you're finding the power in that King of Swords. That's the boundary setting. It's saying yes, no, here's why. Not now, but maybe in the future with that Six of Swords moving forward. I can't do it right now, but let's circle back to it later. There's a bossing up and an in charge aspect to this energy around you, air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's an ability for you to utilize what you feel, to utilize your emotions through your verbal expression, through your prayers, through what you write, and it makes a difference in your life and the world's and those around you. You have straddling worlds, wandering between the realms. This is your spiritual work. And you are learning to be more comfortable straddling those realms. You're learning to be more comfortable understanding that when you do things spiritually, it will appear in the physical if you are consistent. And that is a part of Virgo's energy as well. It is about the daily routines and the consistency that we have, the dedication to do things in a better way, right? So you're straddling those worlds. You're getting comfortable. Wandering is like not stressed. I love that word. Wandering between these worlds, between the spiritual. I'm feeling it over here just because of that color. Right? You see that color, that violet flame sort of thing. There's that sense of you belong in both worlds. And you're learning how to take, the new and improved you is learning how to take solace in what you are learning from the spiritual realm, and making use of it in the physical realm. You don't see a conflict. You don't feel, if others don't understand your spiritual journey and why you're into the woo-woo, as I call it, it doesn't even matter to you anymore, because that's that setting boundaries, which is I'm okay being me. And if you will listen to me, all this air, swords energy coming with that 3 of fire, that expansion, if you listen to me, I can help you understand the growth and expansion that's available to you. All right? We have Aztec gold that comes up, and it signals greed. Our eyes are bigger than our stomachs, and that we have more curiosity than understanding. We grasp at everything but catch nothing except wind. That's your message. For some of you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this is a part of your messaging to others, is that when people are being selfish and just want for themselves, they lose sight of the Three of Wands. They lose sight of the bigger picture. They lose sight that love is all around, that there's this larger component. And there's that sense of renewal that cancels that out. Some of you may be very active or thinking about or moved around what we are going through at this time in our history as a global society. Those who want more from themselves, want to take everything for themselves, and those who see a picture of a bigger picture, a more democratic picture, or a more generous and sharing picture. That's why the mother's energy is here for you so strongly. Right? And so part of your messaging and part of what you want to say is, it's not always about what somebody else wants and them taking. There's boundaries that are being set, and you have learned this for yourself firsthand. And that is what is allowing you to spread that message, air signs. And finally, this is from my spiritual gifts deck. And you have a gift around aromatherapy. And it says, you're being called to explore essential oil therapies to help improve emotional and physical well-being. So there you have it. During this new moon in Virgo and beyond, part of your health routine, part of your daily routine to improve your mental, physical, and psychic well-being is through the use of aromatherapy, which doesn't surprise me at all. Air element, right? Air. What you breathe in the air, what is around you, and lifts your vibration in the air. So there we have it. Air signs, new and improved you, taking charge, establishing boundaries, dealing with a cause. Some of you might really be drawn to a certain cause, socially or otherwise, educationally, socially, dietarily, in the health realm, in the spiritual arts, healing. All of that. Really important time for you. All right. We're going to move on now to the water signs. My little chicken scratch. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. New and improved you with this new moon in Virgo. Take a sip of my water. Whoa. Ace of Air. Ace of Swords. New ideas coming right out. New ideas. I love the bones. And it almost looks like those lines in there. It almost looks like a heart, doesn't it? There's a new and improved you with this moon. All right now, water signs. This is a very important new moon energy for you all. I would definitely look to see if you have your charts, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Where is Virgo in your charts in particular? You have the Four of Wands, celebrating, committing to something. That is definitely a Virgo energy as well, because Virgo is about the power of our daily routines, right? What we commit to, what we do on a daily basis. Practice makes perfect sort of energy. And we have the Seven of Cups. That's really interesting. There's almost, it's interesting. The Spirit is saying there's almost an abundance or an embarrassment of riches around you all. And that's not just talking about how much money you have or the material aspects of your life. But notice, this is coming in water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And you've got the Seven of Cups, water. There's each of those cups represents a different aspect of your life or different choices that you can make at this time around money, love, career, spirituality, all the aspects of your life. And that coming with after that Four of Wands, this feels like a commitment that you are making to making better choices. That's what this is. And so this moon is here to assist you, because Ace of Air is clear. It's decisive. It's the potential. It's saying new and improved you, right? That's the prayer over this reading that I went to Spirit. There's an opportunity that you are having to say, I dedicate myself and I celebrate the choices that I have, the abundance of my life, the freedom that I have to make these choices. You have the owl spirit that comes. And it says observation, truth, and discernment. This is also very Virgo energy because there is an aspect of wanting to do things right, wanting to do things in ways that improve your way of life and your way of living, the quality of your life, the quality of your existence, and how you're able to claim wisdom over that. We often say with discernment, they call it here, but with owls, we think about wisdom. We think about being understanding in that air element. We think about emotional understanding. There's a flow that's happening for you all. There's a maturity that's happening for you all. The new and improved Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces is that part of you that has gotten some experience, emotional experience, right? With that moon, it's an inner knowing, and you're trusting yourself more. With that Four of Wands, you're trusting yourself more to be able to make good decisions. In a past life, you have persecution and inquisition. This is interesting because the new and improved you is dealing with and addressing from a past life. If you have been persecuted for your beliefs, for your stance, for the choices that you've made, for the way that you lived your life. For some of you, this was a persecution in relation to marriage, because Four of Wands also is a card that indicates marriage. Some of you were persecuted in the past for, especially if this is a same-sex situation, there was persecution around that. There could have also been persecution around your authority and what you were trying to do and communicate in a past life. So in this life, you are extra careful around making sure that you execute your decisions with wisdom. That's why that's there. You have the mouse spirit that comes to help you, and it says tend to the small things. That's such a great Virgo message because, again, Virgo is about the details, right? Virgo is about those day-to-day habits that take care of the details. Because if you take care of the smaller details, the bigger picture starts to emerge. So the mouse spirit comes to say, take care of the small things. Take care of the, like, for instance, if you're looking at paying off credit card debt, that's something that if you pay off, you pay off one card, then take care of the next and take care of the next. It's those small things. Diet, if you are watching your sugar or watching your carbs, then carving out just one thing, peeling back little things begin to have a greater impact on your overall health, right? All right, breathe in, practice breath work today. This is definitely adding to the layers here that are for you all. This new and improved you, water signs, is very much around health, but it is around your emotional health just as much as it is around your physical health. And in some ways, your emotional health and your psychic and spirit health directly impacts your physical health. When you are breathing, when you are in a calmer space, when you're able to just take things a bit at a time instead of feeling overwhelmed by big things, I got to do it all at once. When you slow that down a little bit, that's how you start to see things manifest. And that's how you trust more in your wisdom to make the right choices. All right. We have fertility, Earth Oracle deck, fertility message for you all. There is something that is about to come to bear for you. There's a project, that's why you're waiting to choose, or you are being careful and wise about your choices, because you are either in business for yourselves, or you are thinking about a business, or making a change in a business, making a change, a lifestyle change, and you're poised for growth. You're literally poised for growth, and you've planted the seeds to be able to do it. And so Spirit wants you to feel calm, stay calm, and take it like one step at a time approach, because this growth is happening. You have a bright heart light, open connections. Look at that. Open connections. And you know what? That has not always been easy for you, water signs, because I go back to this persecution and inquisition. energy from a past life. So part of your life journey, this new and improved you, part of your life journey has been to reconnect in your heart space, your bright light, and open connections with others. Because in the past, when you've done it, I think you were in past lives, and maybe even, coming over into this life, it didn't go well. There were misunderstandings. You may have been persecuted, talked about, laughed at, harmed in some way just for being open-hearted and loving. So there's that. You have in the hand, the universe is your partner. Whoa. The universe is your partner. There is a work for you all to do. And I've got 2 things I saved. A gemstone that will help you, and a clue as to a spiritual direction or direction to go forward for this new and improved you. Chrysoprase is the stone that came up for you, and it says perspective. The difference between hope and despair is a different way of telling stories from the same facts. Whoa. Let me hold that up in case you want to screenshot it. Your perspective is what's changing. And as you change that perspective, it is what leads to your glory. That is the word they gave me. I don't know where that came from. Your glory, they're saying. The glory in your ability to share who you are without fear of condemnation. Wow. That's what I heard, you all. Without fear of condemnation, you are able to share who you really are. Stand for who you really are. Accept who you really are. Because your gift came up as shamanism, one of the spiritual realms or spiritual gifts for you to explore at this time. Shamanism, water signs. And it says here, you're being called to explore working as a spiritual teacher and healer who can move between worlds. Wow. As a messenger to bring wisdom and healing. Remembering that owl medicine that you have as well. To bring wisdom and healing. To bring wisdom and healing. Shamanism. All right? Water signs. There is, whether you know what it is, maybe you already practice it, maybe you've been drawn to it, maybe it's something that's called you, but Spirit is saying take a look at that, because you are being positioned, the new and improved you is being positioned to move in such a way that you are able to go between earth and spirit, to make better choices, mostly for yourself. You are still undergoing a healing pattern in your lives. All right? Some of you at least, maybe many of you. There is a definite healing pattern that is still taking place, and you are learning to really operate from your heart versus your experiences that may have implanted certain fears. All right, that's that Ace of Swords or Ace of Air that we first saw come for you. There's a renewal of your mind and a renewal of your thinking, and the universe is your partner. It is that aspect of your life that is mobilizing you, that is calling you, that is calling your soul to especially the realm of shamanism. All right, water signs. That was so. This is my 3rd deck so far, and this was definitely very much in the spirit realm of things. That's the new and improved you is working very strongly in your spiritual work, in your spiritual development. All right, and finally, you all, we're going to move on now to fire signs. This is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. The new and improved you under this Virgo new moon. We have a craftsman of fire. Ooh, coming right in your element, right out the deck. So, Knight of Wands. What are you moving toward? What is calling you in your movements with the messenger of water? Wow. You know what? I take that back. In this deck, I do believe, I'm not sure if the craftsman is a knight or a king. I feel like that's a knight. And the messenger is a page. Yeah, that's movement. That's because it's still in motion. With a king, it's done. Like we see, it's already done. But here, notice the He's working on that with that, a blacksmith working on it, hammering out the details. So yes, that's a knight. And the messenger of water is loving what you do, loving what you are creating, taking feeling good about it in a way that maybe you haven't typically. The new and improved you is learning how to take pleasure in the work. Wow, and that's a Virgo energy for sure, because Virgos work, they get it done, they're dedicated, day in and day out, they go back at it and get it done. That's what's happening here. But rather than it feeling like drudgery or just hard work, there's a pleasure that you're taking in that. You have the Five of Swords. It could be that I'll get deeper into that, or maybe I'll see more from that in the cards. Off the bat, that feels like typically with a Five of Swords, it's because we are either too influenced by outside messages, outside people, outside circumstances, that the message gets conflicted. We know what we want to create. We know the hard work that we're putting in to do it, but then we get distracted. Too much telephone, too much social media, too much other stuff distracting us from the matter at hand. And we have the Three of Wands. There's a vision going forward. I'm going to put that over here next to that Craftsman of Fire, because there is, Spirit is saying, for all of the distractions that could be coming at you, fire signs, all the different people, the different things that happen on a day-to-day. Remember, Virgo is rules the day-to-day habits and routines. So the job is saying one thing, the relatives are saying another, social media is doing this, like you're being pulled in all these other directions with that Five of Swords. But they're saying keep your eye on what you're building, keep your eye on the expansion of what you're building. You have a water spirit here, fluidity, flow, and grace. I love that. Remember, you've got that, I'm going to put that right next to the messenger of water, which would be like a page. There's this beautiful grace. I love that they used one of their keywords there is grace with this water spirit. We're dealing with the fire element, Leo, Sag, and Sagittarius and Aries. So this is where you're comfortable. That's your natural element. Get it done. Get the work done. See the progress. But there's also a gentleness that's coming to you. The new and improved you is learning how to go with the flow. And if that means that this part has to slow down a little bit until you understand your next direction, I think you're starting to get more comfortable with that. In a past life, Asia comes up for you all. I feel like this is a spiritual practice. I'm not sure what that is, and I also feel like this is your ancestry that's coming in place. There's a reassurance that they want to give you that you have the wherewithal, you certainly have the talent, you certainly have the drive, you certainly have the spark of life to get your will done. They're saying thy will be done in not comparing you to source, not that far, but just saying you are a co-creator with the universe, and there's something in that background that plays into your ability to get the work done, to have faith in your work, but also you're being called to just go with the flow and watch the direction. That I'm hearing that as well. Watch the direction. How is the water flowing? Is it running up against blockages, or is it flowing easily through wherever it needs? And there's a confirmation here. You have the moth spirit, and it says surrender now. For some of you, you have worked so hard, either at a job, a career, a relationship, parents, being a good friend, just who you are in the world. You have shown up and worked so hard that there is a part of you that needs to surrender to the flow of your soul. Spirit is saying, in this new moon in Virgo, the new and improved you doesn't have to have it all figured out. There's an element of mystery here, you all. There's an element of not surprise so much as there's more in store for you. And the work that you're doing is really karma. It's it's saying, you reap what you sow. And so this work is, and there's something there in Asia as well. If there is some traditional practice where the karmic consequences of for the decisions you making coming back to you in a certain way, or the way you treat people coming back to you, that's the ease of flow. Spirit is saying there is good coming toward you, ready to flow toward you. Choose yourself today. Do not deny your importance. Choose yourself. Don't deny your importance. I love that. That I'm going to put right there next to this Five of Swords, because that might be, for some of you, the new and improved you might be at that turning that corner with having traditionally been drawn to, well, let me talk to this one about it. Let me get, let me ask this one. Let me seek this advice, etc. To the point where taking in too much confuses the issue. And now you are choosing yourself. You are surrendering to your own wisdom and building on what it is that you want to do. There is a retreat. This is something that I think Spirit is calling you to do. Surrender now. Retreat. This is something that fire signs, you would definitely, instead of push, grind, there's something that you're going to get farther ahead if you actually ease up, surrender to what is happening, and let yourself feel the retreat. Like, just go into the void. Take some time, take a day off, and just read, or sit in a park, or go for a walk, or go for a drive someplace you typically, put your music on. Do something outside of the normal routine, because remember, Virgo energy rules day-to-day routines, and there's something here that you're building into your routine that actually, it's not that you're putting down your tools and not working or slacking off. It's that you are building by going into this retreat and choosing yourself, giving yourself a little more leeway, going with the flow. You're actually going to do better. You've got hostilities here, conflict and unrest that shows up. Interesting. I wonder if there's a part of you, or some of you, who, when you have gone for self, when you've chosen yourself, people have accused you of being selfish or short-sighted, or you've just taken criticism for it, or maybe you even just felt some inner guilt because you didn't show up for others in the way that you're accustomed to doing. So you felt some of those hostilities. On the flip side, Spirit is telling me some of this could just be you being sensitive to the hostilities that the world that we live in today. Your communities, maybe you have witnessed unrest and conflict, and you're deeply moved by that. And maybe by being a fire sign, you want to do something about it. You have a reaction to it. But look at this. Eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. Look at that. What a beautiful complementary energy to come. And you all know how I do. These are all different decks. And complementary energy. Because what Spirit is saying here, fire signs, is those hostilities, whether it's something going on in your life or you feeling the effects of what we're seeing in the world today from a lot of hostilities and unrest. But they're saying you rise above the fray. You are able to retreat from it and choose yourself. Surrender to stepping back and choosing yourself. Because, check this out, your gemstone that will help you is Petersite, and it says direction. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. There's a direction that you are headed, fire signs. And the new and improved you, and this new moon in Virgo, helps you get to the business of understanding what direction you're taking. It helps you be able to declare, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm doing this because I choose myself. And I choose my own wisdom over all these other opinions about what I want to do. And those who are meant to work with me, that Three of Wands, that vision that I have for how I want to live my life, who I want to love, where I want to go, how I want to be. Those decisions are mine to make. And so rising above the fray and not letting yourselves get too sucked into other people's opinions and other people's, wanting to weigh in and their judgment on you for what you do. Why? Because your final card, this is from the spiritual gifts deck, and I pulled one for every stack. You have a gift of clear empathy. You're being called to tune into the emotions, thoughts, and physical energy of others so you can help others heal and clear unwanted energy. Clear empathy says whether or not new and improved you, fire signs, whether or not you've been aware of this clear empathy, it is there with you. It has been a part of your energetic field. And so when you hear these different opinions and different, everybody's got something to say, it has impacted you. Because you do tune into other people. You do have the gift of clear empathy. You feel for people. You want to do, and as a fire sign, you want to do something to fix it. You want to take action. You're programmed to take action. Maybe even part of your background, your ancestry, primed you for being able to take action, especially when there's unfairness, there's hostilities and conflict. But part of this is rising above the fray. If you learn to master your gift, fire signs, it allows you not to get sucked into other people's anger or pain or disappointment or grief. It allows you to come out of that and transmute it and lead people into a new direction. Look into that Peter site. Okay, let me hold that up for you again, so you can, if you're not familiar with it, you can see how it's spelled. Look into that Peter site as a tool, an energy that can help you. This new and improved you, help you on your way forward. There is a lot that you are creating, fire signs, but there is also a lot of prep work that Spirit is saying you still have to do in order to, they're saying that you can work, bottom line, you can work smarter, not harder. All right? That's your message. You can work smarter, not harder. All right, everybody. That's it. I wish you very well. I wish you all the goodness in the world with this new moon in Virgo. I hope the readings were helpful, and I will talk to you again really, really soon. Bye.